everyone. I just got myself ready for the day, and today we are going to be taking you on a little garden farmers market haul. We're just going to take you throughout the day. It is beautiful outside, and I have both kids today, and we are going to do some work in the garden, and I'm going to let you see how I involve a toddler and a baby in all of this. I have one that's a little bit hungry, so I'm going to feed her, and we will get into our day. We just got back from our local farmers market. They have some produce on the inside as well as some flowers and seeds that I'm super excited to get planted. I'm just going to take you around here. So we have some zucchini. We have 2 corn on the cob. We have some of my husband's favorite. This is queso blanco, as well as a clove of garlic and some local dairy sour cream. We have 3 apples and 2 beefsteak tomatoes. We have 1 squash, 1 spaghetti squash. And then over here we have our basil plant and 1 lavender plant. And then we have a Furman's red sage. I've never grown this before, but I'm super excited to grow it because the flowers look beautiful. I have 1 red raspberry bush. I'm gonna go back and get some more, as well as a blackberry bush. We love, love, love berry picking. And then over here is a butterfly bush, and I'm probably going to put that right there. I'm not really sure if it gets enough sun yet, so you might see it somewhere else. And then for seeds, I want to plant a bunch over here. We just cleared that out. And I have some larkspur as well as some hollyhock. They grow very tall. And then I have some sunflowers, different varieties that go against the garage here. And they get so high and they look really, really beautiful in the fall. I have some big lavender, just some garden lavender that I like to put against the fence, as well as some chamomile. I have some Big Mac's pumpkins. We always put our pumpkins and things like that right here. Well, not always. I mean, last season we did. And then I have some kale. You know, I eat a lot of kale. It's going to get its own space just because we eat so much of it. I'm going to get all of these in the ground. I have my toddler out here helping. I will show you how I involve him. He loves helping with whatever I do, cooking. He likes cleaning, doing art, gardening. He loves it all. So I was super excited that he wanted to help here. I'm just allowing him to place these about a ½ inch down into the soil. I'm going to cover them up and I'm going to let him water them. We are going to show you what we just planted. For now, we're going to plant so much more, but let me just give you a little tour here. Over here, you saw us planting our sunflowers. I always like them because they grow really tall and they make a really beautiful background here, right? Yeah, you did a good job. So we just alternated different sunflowers, just yellow, orange, and red through here. And then over here we have some basil and lavender. I have so many basil and lavender plants. I just like to have these for just some personal use, and then the larger plants I use to dry. Over here I planted a butterfly bush, and then I have a Furman sage over here, and then I have a red raspberry bush. I'm pretty excited about that. I think everything will look really nice together, and I know these plants are full sun, but the Colorado heat gets full sun until about 2 p.m. and then that's where it gets the shade, but it gets super ultra hot, so I like to give them a little bit of a break, and I usually water these like twice a day. Are you a rose? And then we have some roses right here. This came with the house, lucky for us. I fear that my rose plant in the front yard did not survive that big snowstorm, but we shall see. And then we have some of these guys, as well as some honeysuckle coming in. Our honeysuckle I usually like to use for tea, Unfortunately, this honeysuckle is not edible, but it's really beautiful to look at and it smells really nice. And then over here, I have this sedum, and I definitely, let me get my shadow out of this. I definitely need to move this sedum somewhere because we are planting some grass, and we're just gonna let it come across here and then all the way. We're kind of extending it so our yard looks a little bigger for the kids. And then this is part of this tree, and we fear that this tree is dead as well as all the other ones like we talked about. So I'm not really sure what to do with this. I think it might be fun to leave it and just grass around it, but you let me know if you have experience with that, right? Yeah. And then we are going to plant the rest next weekend during Mother's Day. I think that's the best time to do it. So we like to plant a lot of vegetables, obviously, because I eat a lot of vegetables, and it's nice to plant your own. That way you know what's going in it, it's going in your soil and all that. But we have some kale that is going to come in. I cook with a lot of herbs, so we're going to have a lot of herbs. Tomatoes, we have pumpkins, we have asparagus because that's not going to grow for another like 2 or 3 years, so I'm going to plant it now. We have some artichokes, onions, just about anything you can think of we like to attempt to grow and eat it. So I hope you are excited just like me. I will keep you posted on these garden tours. I am going to use some of that spaghetti squash and make us a little unchicken parmesan. These are the tenders from Target, and this is some spaghetti squash and marinara sauce. You've seen me make this a bunch of times. I really love spaghetti squash. I'm not gluten-free. I just really like to eat a lot of pasta, so it's a nice little swap out. Sometimes I even add extra pasta, but this is a crowd pleaser for my family, so I try and get in a bunch of vegetables. I'm gonna roast some potatoes. This is for another video that you will see this week, but I am using some red potatoes. This is going in at 400 for around 25 minutes. I just season it with olive oil, salt, and pepper and flip them over to vent it or steam it, if that makes sense. And then it just falls right off the sides. I really enjoy this, and I urge you to try it. Just make sure you season it a bunch. I'm going to serve it with some pasta sauce and those chicken tenders, and we are good to go. Alrighty, my friends, that is going to do it. I really hope you enjoyed my farmer's market haul and my garden plans, as well as this tasty, light, refreshing dinner for summer. As always, stay adventurous, stay creative. Please don't forget to subscribe if you have not, like this video, and share it if you want. I will see you next time. Bye, y'all.